This woman thinks she's dating a US government employee she met online.
When I saw Jerry's picture, I was like, oh, this guy's actually like good looking. Would you be interested in having like some kind of arrangement with me?
But it wasn't long before Jerry started asking Riza to max out her credit cards to buy Apple products as gifts, promising to pay off her cards in return.
If the reward is that he can pay me back, this is a win-win. This is a great thing.
But before she knew it, Riza had spent $300,000 using all of her cards.
I was like, you're literally draining me. Like, my credit card score is low. Like, all these creditors are calling me, asking for their money. Like, oh my God.
Join us as we travel across the country.
Just so you know, we've never done this much travel for anybody.
What is going on? Somebody's been here.
And to Nigeria to track down where he was having her send these products, and we'll even try to recover them.
This is sketchy as
Yeah, I'm getting creeped out, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, we have another case. This is from a woman by the name of Riza, who thinks she's in a relationship with a government engineer. I'll read her email. Hello, Catfished. My name is Riza, and I think I've been scammed out of over $300K in the month of December by a man named Jerry Scott. He claimed to be a US government engineer stationed in Bosnia and promised to pay off my debt if I helped him purchase Apple products using my credit cards. But eventually all payments were reversed, and my credit cards and bank accounts were shut down for fraud. He later convinced me to send him money through crypto and continues to manipulate me with promises and excuses, and I'm asking for help tracking him down and finding out the truth behind this man. Sincerely, Riza.
Hi, my name is Riza. I live in Vallejo, California, in the Bay Area. I am 37 years old. I am a pharmacist. Outside of that, I enjoy cooking, photography. I've always been in a relationship, you can say. My previous one, I was with them for about like 9.5 years. I felt like secure because the guy that I was with was just like financially secure and successful. But it just turned out that our like wants and needs wasn't aligned. I just felt like very neglected, and we did break up, but just that security of having someone, I didn't have to worry about like the future because I knew I was going to be taken care of. It was like I missed that aspect.
Riza hit the online dating scene after ending a 9-year relationship. She had some casual dates, but it wasn't until she went on seeking arrangements where she would find something more serious.
I again was dating around and just kind of casually dating and finding people on Bumble and things like that. But I was just like, I wonder how this seeking arrangement thing would happen, because I've heard stories about it. So I was like, okay, let me try this out for 3 months. If I find someone great, if I don't, then it's just to say I tried it. And then within, 1 month of me being on there, that's when I met Jerry. When I saw Jerry's picture, I was like, oh, this guy's actually like good looking. He didn't really have much pictures. It was just like him doing like a selfie in a bathroom with like a suit and tie. And a man in a suit and tie is just like, it just draws me to them. I was like, oh, like he's really attractive. Like he has dark blonde hair and blue eyes. They were like attractive features that I definitely liked. He actually said more than just hi, he had a conversation. He was like, hey, my name's Jerry. Like, I really think you're gorgeous. It felt like he wanted to get to know me. Let's exchange phone numbers so that I can reach out to you outside of this and get to know you better. So it was there where I was like, okay, wow. He kind of just was already laying out like, hey, like my past arrangement was this. Would you be comfortable with, $400 every other week? I'm just looking for, companionship. He was always like, I don't want like an exclusive relationship, because he was like, I work for the government. I'm stationed in Europe. I want just someone to be able to, relax with, enjoy their company, enjoy conversation. I was like, okay, yeah, I can. That's, that's not a lot to ask for. He's like, what are your interests? Like, what are, your long-term goals? And so I was telling him about how, I wanted to go back to school. And he's like, oh, that's great. Like, I would definitely want to support you in that financially so that you don't have to worry about loans and things like that. So it was just like music to my ears for someone to like already understand and was like willing to help. He gave me the attention, like he was already calling me like babe and things like that in the very beginning. And so I really liked that. He wanted to get to know me in that sense of just not just, what I did for a living, to like get to know me in terms of like my passions in life. Like I thought that was like really romantic, and like he really wanted to get to know me. So it made it easy for me to call him babe back and things like that.
The agreement between Riza and Jerry was a win-win for both of them. Jerry got the compassion he was looking for, and Riza was able to make a little extra money on the side. However, the way he wanted to pay her was by logging into her bank account and paying off all of her credit cards, which raised some major red flags for Riza.
When he was, asking about like, I need your card information, I was definitely like hesitant at first because I was like, oh, I don't know. Like that's when like the reality came. I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that. But he messages me and like he sent me a picture and also a video of him.
Hey, what'd you do today? This is what I did. Ooh. Merry Christmas.
For him to send that video, I was like, oh, wow, like he must be real. And so I finally was like, okay, let me give you my account information. And I gave him like my password and all that stuff.
Despite feeling hesitant at first, Riza eventually handed everything over to Jerry.
And he saw that like, I did have credit card debt. And that's when he was like, oh, wow, like, I definitely want to help you out on this. But for me to do that, like, I just need you to do me a favor of maxing out your card even more. And I was like, okay, this is where the benefits versus risk. Like, if I max out my card, like, and this is not real, like, can I bounce back from this? But if the reward is that he can pay me back and he can, help me with this debt and give me the money to, replenish all that, then this is a win-win and this is a great thing.
Riza ultimately decided that the reward outweighed the risk and moved forward with this new arrangement. His first request was for her to help out with his employees' Christmas gifts.
It's Christmas time. I can really use your help in terms of, taking care of my employees and like get a laptop and like a phone. He would always have like a list. It wasn't like the same thing. Like first it was like 5 laptops and 2 phones and then 6 phones and that, and also like gift cards too. So it was like a mixture of different things always at the Apple store. And he's like, just trust me on this, like I'll pay you right back and all that. And within a day or two he would replenish it back, and then I was able to use my card again. I did purchase those things, and then he was like, okay, like I needed to be sent to an address. Make sure you take a picture of like the invoice and like the labels and all these things, then send it out. There was like a 24-hour turnaround where I was like super nervous because I was like, I'm literally vulnerable here and just did this. Next you know, like I got an email that said this amount was paid off and it went back to like my normal spending amount. And so that's when I was like, oh, wow, like this is actually true. Like he can pay off my credit card. I was just like really thankful. And he was like, I told you, like, I got you. And he mentioned that like he loved me. And I was just like, oh my God, like this guy is like so sweet to be able to do all this. And so like, I was saying it back, and like it was just like a whole infatuation phase of like, okay, like I feel secure. Like
Riza's gamble seemed to have paid off, and Jerry held up his end of the bargain by paying off all of her credit cards and even offered to pay off her additional accounts.
This is when he was like, see that I paid off this credit card. Like, I know like you have more debt. Like, let me know what those cards are so I can help you pay it off. That was kind of like the agreement, like whatever card you use, like just tell me the amount and I'll pay it off. And so I was like, wow, this is even better than the arrangement of $400, you know? Have him max out my cards, pay it back. I get all those points, and then him wanting to pay other things on the card. Like I was able to get a new phone and things like that. So I was like, sure. Like
After everything was going as planned, it eventually all came crashing down on Riza, as all of Jerry's payments either bounced or declined. This left Riza over $300,000 in debt in just over a month's time.
it just blew up because all those credit cards, like they started just retracting, and were like, actually all those payments bounced, and I was getting emails saying all that, and to the point where my cards all closed. And when I confronted him about it, that's when he was like, I don't know what's going on, like my bank never did this before, like I think it's because, you know, I'm out of the country, let me talk to my bank to figure it out. It got to like cryptocurrency too. So he was like, I have a friend that's able to give you a check, but can you send me money through cryptocurrency because you don't have any more bank accounts? And so I did that because I was like, okay, like he's obviously trying. I want to try to jump hoops for him to be able to help me. But his friend's check would come and I would deposit it in the bank, and then it would bounce like a day after. So it never even went through. And that's when I was like, realizing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like doing all these things and giving you money, and none of this is coming back in my return, because I was like, you're literally draining me. Like my credit card score is low. Like all these creditors are calling me, asking for their money. Like it was like so stressful, and like thinking and talking about it now, it's just like I'm so frustrated myself, and like to be able to just continue on of me thinking and believing him that he was actually going to give back my money. Oh my God.
Stick around until the end, Seekers. David and Brienne will travel all over to track down this shipping company.
There's no 700. Yeah, I'm getting creeped out, guys. Somebody's been here. Somebody's been here. David, look.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfish online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
After reviewing Riza's case, the team sat down to figure out how to help her.
This is by far the fastest we've ever seen anybody lose any money.
I know, this is the craziest case I've ever heard. She thinks that this is a real person, but she said that she's not 100% sure it's the person in the pictures.
All right, so we definitely have to look up the person in the pictures.
Yeah, and the other issue is he's been manipulating her and making her feel guilty. He'll talk her into maxing out her credit card again, and then he would pay it off, and she just went along with it because she was seeing those payments being made. And then on top of it, he's been in the hospital like twice and needing her assistance to help pay for her employees. It's pretty crazy.
So what research do we have to like investigate this for her?
We have FedEx tracking info, basically all of the laptops and iPhones she was sending. It was to one primary address in New York. And so we'll have to look into that address. And then there were some crypto transactions as well.
Cryptocurrency?
And from what I remember, she opened up several small banking accounts through apps for him in her name. She gave him her social security number. She gave him her passwords to all her bank accounts.
Oh, jeez.
How about we go to New York and validate this address where she had sent all the products. We're already going to New York for other cases. Let's just see what we can find.
We spend a lot of time in New York. I think we need to buy a house there.
I think we do.
But sounds like a plan. Sounds like we can go over there, knock out those few cases, hopefully get both those people clarity.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right.
We now had a plan on how to move forward, and the first stop was New York. We had an address to a shipping company called Prime Logistics where Riza was sending the phones and laptops for Jerry's employees. The team had other cases in New York, so while we were there, David and Brienne stopped by the address that Jerry had gave Riza to see what answers we could find.
Thank you.
Oh shoot, sorry dude. Hi. You could just walk in. What is going on? Oh.
This is sketchy as Oh, that's 700. I think that's 700.
Look inside. It's weird.
This is 701.
Ooh, I'm a little scared.
I'm all on board on this.
I'm so
Here, give me the GoPro. This is right up my alley.
How is this right up your alley?
Because
What makes this right up your alley?
because I'm after bad guys.
700, Express and Logistics. Ooh, 702.
Because I'm all about the bad guys.
There's no 700. Yeah, I'm getting creeped out, guys. What the heck? All the offices are like that. They look ransacked. Would it have been this?
I think it would have been this.
Or this? 700. Look. It's open.
There's nobody here. It smells like in here.
Well, yeah, there's that. There's nobody here.
So they're gone.
What if we ask like a kid at the front
Oh, yeah.
if they're receiving packages?
Let's
Yeah.
go ask him. This is weird.
This is really weird.
Why are they no longer there?
I know. It's odd.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm looking for Prime Logistics. They were in 700, but there's nobody there.
700? Yeah, 7th floor is all closed down. Like,
All
Oh,
while back.
like how long ago?
7th is all housing now, and then 14th floor. Closed back a while ago.
Like last year or the year before?
Like a couple months back, yeah.
Oh, a couple months.
Yeah, any reason why it closed down? Like for any reason in particular?
The guy who works here, like the guy who owns the building, he just like, he wanted the old offices to go, and so he reopened just like condos and stuff.
Oh, so it's turning into that.
The trip to New York left us with just as many questions as we started with. The building was vacated, and any sign of Prime Logistics was long gone. We had hit a dead end, but luckily, Jerry sent Riza a new shipping company address that was located right outside Houston called Overland Global Logistics. David and Brienne stopped by to check out the place to see what they could find.
I got the Meta glasses on right now. I'm recording. We covered up the light to make sure that it's working properly. So we will see.
Yep.
Look at this.
What? That's not what it's
It's
saying.
not an IT company. That looks like a shipping company. Oh, hello?
Drivers report undelivered shipment. What's this? Sorry, we missed you. Somebody's been here. Somebody's been here. David, look. What? There's like tons of this flash. They've been eating here. They have chargers in there and a pillow. That was like somebody's been staying in there, charging their phone.
Houston led to yet another vacant office, but we didn't give up there. David did some digging into Overland Logistics shipping website and found a name and an address that was tied to Nigeria. With several cases needing to be wrapped up in Nigeria, the next step for David was to hop on a flight there and find some answers. He met with his contact there who may have information to where the phones and computers went. A couple of weeks later, David got back and we met up with Riza to update her on our travels.
Riza,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Riza, we have a lot for you.
I hope it's all good news.
We definitely have some good news for you. We have a lot of research that we actually uncovered, and we actually traveled a lot for you. So just so you know, We've never done this much travel for anybody, ever.
Oh my gosh, really? I'm kind of like anxious to know what you guys digged up.
Well, I don't think you're gonna guess where we traveled. We'll jump into it and I'll end with where I was a week and a half ago.
Okay.
So I'd like to start with, we know the real identity of the guy in the picture. So we ran some reverse image searches and we found his identity, but it didn't take long because I would say this is my third or fourth investigation where someone thought they were talking to that specific person in the picture.
Wow, really?
The real guy in the picture, his name is Eric Powell. He has nothing to do with this. I do want to tell you this though, we recently found an article from TMZ where his images were used in some sort of GoFundMe scam.
Wow.
The Apple products, right? So this person had been asking you to send various Apple products over the course of what, 6 months?
Yes.
You had sent those to like different shipping addresses. That's what we want to actually talk to you about.
Yeah, so specifically he asked you to send the majority of the Apple products to Prime Logistics in New York.
Yes.
We found several reviews that previous customers had left, and so I'm gonna read some of them to you. One stating here that this is a scam alert. Does anybody know David with Prime Logistics? I'm another person who's been asked to send 2 phones to a Samuel Kuti. You know this must be a scam because someone wants me to send 2 phones to this person. And so it goes on and on and on, people being asked to send what it sounds like is other phones to the same address.
I mean, I just didn't think much of it because he said that he owned multiple businesses. So I just thought that was just one of the businesses that he owned.
Yeah, so when we got there, we took an elevator to level 7 and it was completely vacant. It looked like there had been suites there in the past. The majority of them didn't even have doorknobs. One of them had old furniture, but the specific suite number that we had received from you, completely vacant. It looks like they just painted and got the heck out of there.
Oh, wow.
So there was a phone number for the Prime Logistics in that building that we went into, and there was another phone number. When we called the phone number, they were these people trying to get us to enter in to win a $100 Visa gift card. And so they were all connected and they're running these like weird little scams, and it's all connected to the same company, which is really, really suspicious.
Wow. Okay.
When we were in New York, we noticed that Prime Logistics was no longer doing business. And he had given you an address in Texas this time, not Prime Logistics. And we actually went to that address.
Okay. The one in Katy?
I believe it was Katy. I think originally he asked you, did he ask you for Dallas and then switched it to Katy?
Yeah, something like that.
So we went to go knock on the door. We turn the doorknob, the door opens, and we see all these delivery notices on the wall. And so we look, and the delivery notices have the same name that you were given. And so what we think they're doing is they're hiding who they really are by giving a falsified name instead of the real logistics company. And because it's a logistics company, the post office is still sending the packages to that address. And literally when we walked in there was nothing in there except for like a cell phone charger in the wall, a big screen TV, and then all these delivery notices that were taped to the door.
David's missing the fact that there was a pillow next to the phone charger in the wall.
So someone was like sleeping there, just taking these packages?
Yes.
Yes.
What the heck? Okay. So these packages, is it like these delivery packages saying that like, was it like a notice saying, hey, we tried to deliver it, but no one was here?
Exactly. So we think what's happening is somebody's coming there every, once a week or every few days, taking all the packages and then shipping them out. So we actually went to Overland Logistics website, which is no longer there. And so we did a thing where you can look at old versions of the website if it used to be up. And we found a delivery address in Nigeria. And so I have contacts in Nigeria, and so I contacted them and I asked about this delivery address, and it's the airport in Lagos, Nigeria is where they're delivering this stuff to.
Okay.
So I jumped on a plane and I went to Nigeria.
Wow. Okay.
And so I met with law enforcement in Nigeria and I walked through the case. And so the detective that I was working with, he called his contact in the Secret Service, and his contact said, yes, we can actually track these phones. So what we did is we put a report together, and they're actually tracking the phones right now.
So all the iPhones that I've sent, they were all tracked in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen next is they're tracking where those phones are. They're actually gonna go arrest those people. There's enough phones that if they arrest these people, they're gonna be able to find out where these phones were sold from, right? Which is most likely a cell phone store that's buying stolen phones. And what they'll do, they'll seize those assets, and hopefully there's some money there where you can actually recoup some of the funds that you've lost.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's really great news to hear.
Even though we have a lot of contacts with law enforcement, because this is ongoing investigation, as they start making arrests and they find more and more things, they probably won't let us know about it until they actually find some concrete evidence and some concrete proof.
Okay.
What's going through your mind? You look like it's like sensory overload right now.
Just to kind of have it unfold like this, it's definitely a lot. Like, I've accepted the fact that like this person isn't real, but to kind of have it like more tangible that like, hey, there's actually like a whole scam scheme of like a bigger issue, you know? It's not just here in the States, but it's like international, and that like it's getting all these like, you know, federal agents involved. It's I didn't expect it to be this grand.
I mean, it's probably much bigger than even the money you lost. Because I mean, if you think about it, I mean, just the reviews that we're looking at, there's like 7 people that left reviews that lost money. Imagine
Yeah.
the people that never left reviews, or the people that are even getting scammed right now. And so you coming forward, like, it's terrible what's happened to you, but we're finding out like where all this money's moving. And once they get the arrest, they'll be able to stop these people. But then also once they stop these people, they're gonna be able to find out, because what happens is these people steal money and they buy assets, they buy all these things. And they'll start kind of figuring out what's going on. So it's probably 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times the amount of money that you've lost, because all these other people are involved. So you coming forward and us getting involved, we're able to stop this, and we're gonna be able to stop these people from stealing all this money from people here in the US and all over the world.
I know there's still like a lot that I have to do. Like, I mean, it's still debt that I owe. And so I kind of just want to know, like, you know, what are the next steps for me? Like, do I let like these creditors know that like there's an ongoing investigation? Like start paying it all off? Like I kind of need help and guidance on that.
And our recommendation is for you to file a police report with your local authorities, and then also with the FBI through ic3.gov, and you can use the final report that we've created for you as well.
So like, what I would highly recommend, not ignore like the debt that's owed. Like if you start reaching out to your credit card companies, and so sometimes you can file like a hardship, it just depends on your situation. Hopefully in the next like 4 to 6 months, there's some recourse for you where you might be able to get some money back, and then you can use that money to pay this down or pay it off.
Okay.
I mean, I have to have like real talk with you, because I have a lot of concerns with how much information you gave this person. He had your social security number, he filed taxes in your name, he opened up several bank accounts. And, you know, I have some concerns because, you know, we're here, we're doing this because we want to bring awareness, and you really need to protect yourself online and not trust everyone out there, especially if they're not getting on video calls with you and they're asking for your personal information.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a hard lesson learned. It's definitely a big wake up call. You know, reaching out to you guys definitely helped me, you know, deal and kind of just move forward with my life, because before it was just like I didn't see like the light, you know? So thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find the link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and going to our most recent video. See you all there.
If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget all of our new videos go out every Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these two videos.